Good afternoon and welcome to the Center Grove Tennis Center for today's boys tennis match between Park Tudor and Center Grove. Hello, one, Kevin Conrad along with Rick Embry. We welcome everyone to our coverage of Center Grove boys tennis. And Rick, today the season opener for the Trojans.
Yeah, and two teams, Kevin, that are perennial tennis powers, Center Grove and Park Tudor. And you're going to see a lot of new faces for Center Grove. They graduate 6 out of their 7 varsity spots from last year, so you're going to see a lot of new faces, a lot of younger kids, and but as it is with most really good tennis programs, you don't rebuild, you just reload, and Coach Smith is hoping that's the case for this year.
So today's match was scheduled to start at 5 o'clock, but due to some rain showers in the area, we are delayed, and both teams now just warming up, getting ready to play this match here at Center Grove. And our camera today is focused on court number 3. This will be the number 1 doubles match for Center Grove. It'll be Bennett Strain, senior, along with sophomore Max Williams up against sophomore Michael Freiberg and senior Simon Rothbaum. And Rick, Bennett Strain, 1 of 2 seniors this year for Coach Ivan Smith. Again, they're going to start 3 freshmen today, and Coach said this might be the youngest team he's ever had.
Yeah, he's going to have freshmen at 1 and 2 singles, and we'll go through the lineup here in a little bit, and then another freshman at 2 doubles. But Bennett here at 1 doubles is the only returning starter out of that starting varsity lineup from last year. Bennett was most of the season at 2 doubles with one of the graduating seniors, Glenn Swaney. So he's one of the most experienced ones, or the most experienced ones out here, and he'll be matched up with Max Williams. And Max last year got kind of thrown in the fire, as a couple of these kids did during the infamous COVID days of the sectional and regional tournament last year, when Center Grove had 4 of their starters got quarantined out of that, and Max got thrown in there at 1 singles and did a really good job, got some good experience as a freshman at that spot. And he'll be matched up here with Bennett Strain, so it'll be interesting to see how those 2 guys gel together and see if they can get the season started off right.
Park Tudor's already played 1 match. They beat Gearin Catholic in their opener. Head coach for the Panthers, Andrea Calvert-Sanders, of course, the Hall of Famer for the Trojans, Ivan Smith. And you see our weather today, partly cloudy. 77 degrees, but Rick, it feels like more like mid-80s with humidity.
Does. After that rain shower came through, we were hoping that would cool things down a little bit, but it's just got back to being sticky, warm and sticky, and that's what we got here. A little breeze blowing through here, but yeah, it's warm, but that's what these guys have been practicing in since practice started at the beginning of August, so they should be used to that, and should be all right.
Rick, let's go around the other courts and talk about the other matchups for Center Grove. Court 1, number 1 singles, Tyler Lane, freshman, against Oliver Seifert.
Yep.
He is I believe, a sophomore, if I can read my writing correctly. Seifert 0-1 on the season, and Tyler Lane, again, freshman for the Trojans.
Yeah, Tyler's getting put in a tough spot there at 1 singles, but he's definitely the best singles player that Center Grove has, and he's probably going to take some lumps early in the year or throughout the year, especially with the very difficult schedule that Center Grove faces, and he's going to face some really good players there at 1 singles. But Tyler's a very talented kid. He's going to have a great career here at Center Grove, and he's just got to maintain and be mentally strong, and know that he might take some lumps throughout the year, but he's just got to continue to get better. And he's right now he's going to continue to get physically bigger, but right now he's one of the smaller kids you're going to see out here. But very talented player, and hopefully Tyler has a good match today.
Number 2 singles on court number 2, another freshman for the Trojans, Daksh Patel against Jack Anderson. He is a junior.
Yeah, and Daksh is another one of those freshmen, a very talented freshman class, and Daksh is the younger brother of Jermel Patel, who played varsity the last 3 years for Center Grove, played 1 singles for Center Grove last year. But Daksh is his younger brother. Daksh is a very talented left-handed player. And one thing you'll notice when we do one of his matches is he doesn't lack confidence. So I tell my sons that Daksh a lot more confident, and he'll strut around this court like he owns the place, and has done that since he was a a third or fourth grader out here watching his older brother. But another tough spot here for a freshman, but Doc should do a good job here at two singles.
Number 3 singles for the Trojans, junior Jeff Davis, going against Rowan Shaw. Davis is a junior and Shaw is a sophomore, and Shaw on the young season, 1 win, no losses.
Yeah, and Jeff was another one last year that got some varsity experience at the toughest time of the year. In sectional and regional, he had to play 3 singles there in the place of Seth Jasek, who got quarantined last year. And Jeff had some marathon matches. He had 2 matches in the sectional semifinals and then sectional final, long 3-set matches that he just couldn't get over the hump. But he got really good experience at that. Jeff's a really talented kid that is the type of kid that a lot of times you see at 3 singles. You don't want to play him because he gets to everything and he gets to balls, and it frustrates you if you can't put balls away. He'll get to them and continue to make you hit extra shots. So he's facing a left-hander over there in Rohan Shah, who's a sophomore.
And number 2 doubles, you have Connor Smith, who's a senior, matched up with Carson Bush, who is a freshman. And for Park Tudor, you got Harrison Davis, a senior, paired up with Charlie Held, who's a freshman.
Yeah, and Connor's the other senior on this year's team along with Bennett Strain. And Connor got a couple matches in at the varsity level last year. He was always kind of like the 8th or 9th guy in that lineup. So he got a little bit, or played against a lot of those varsity guys. He's always been a hard worker and plays a lot during the summer. So he gets matched up there with a very talented freshman as well, the 3rd freshman in the starting lineup, Carson Bush. And Carson's a very talented not only tennis player but baseball player. Seems like we've had quite a few of those over the years between Eli Lawyer-Smith and Grant Heron, both very talented baseball players that also play tennis. But, yeah, this will be Carson's first varsity match as well, and he's facing a senior in Davis and a freshman in Held for Park Tudor.
So we're about ready to get underway on a lot of these courts. Again, very humid today here at Center Grove. We've had a couple of rain showers, one a little bit after 3 and one a little bit before 5. And, again, a little bit delayed in our start today because of rain. But let me tell you, these courts dried really quickly.
Yeah, they did. There was standing water on the courts at 4:35, and it was pretty much dry by 4:55, and without much help as far as sweeping things off or anything like that. Just humid conditions and sun came back out and dried those pretty quickly. So, yep, we're getting ready to get started at all these spots, and like I said, it'll be an interesting few matches here for Center Grove to trying to get their legs under, and a lot of young kids out here playing, but a lot of them have played tennis their entire lives and are used to playing in matches throughout the summer and everywhere else. So yeah, we'll get started, and looks like Park Tudor will start serving, and Rothbaum will be serving first for Park Tudor.
Rothbaum, a senior. Second serve. Strain gets the winner.
Yeah, nice shot at the net. Looked like he kind of framed it a little bit, and I think Freiberg thought that one was going to sail along, and it just ticked the line there at the end. So first point goes to Center Grove. Bennett's going to have to be not only obviously one of the more experienced, but he's going to have to kind of be the team leader for a lot of the younger kids this year. He's one of the more vocal kids that they have. So it's important for him to stay in matches and be loud and pick his guys up.
And that one's deep.
Bennett's a very athletic kid as well, and it's I used to like to watch him last year at 2 doubles there, kind of chase balls down, and he always feels like any ball that he can get to at the net, he's going to and try to put it away.
Love 30. Very nice serve. Unless it was wide.
That was a little bit wide.
Just wide.
Good job by Max of getting that ball and making them hit one more shot, and then Freiberg got an overhead that that he just sailed long.
Love 40. Great start here for the Trojans. Again, this is court 3, the number 1 doubles matchup. Strange return down the line, just wide and a little bit long.
Yeah, good idea there. Looked like he was trying to go down the alley. Freiberg was cheating a little bit towards the middle, and he tried to go down the alley and just sailed wide. That's something you can do when you're up 40 love.
15-40, second serve. Senior Rothbaum serving. Returned by Williams is wide, so 30-40. Nice serve. Kicked it out wide.
Good kick serve to the backhand of Strain, and he sailed that wide. So being down love 40, 3 really good serving points by Rothbaum, and now they're back even at deuce.
Down the line, wide, advantage CG.
And Rothbaum tried to do the same thing that Bennett did a while ago, and his sailed just wide as well. So another break opportunity for Center Grove. And another big first serve by Rothbaum, and gets him back even.
Great return by Williams for the winner. Advantage Strain and Williams. Trojans take the first game here on the court 3 and doubles 1. Strain with the put away.
Yeah, nice approach shot deep, and then he got a ball in the middle that he hit a little bit shorter, and then got an overhead there that he put away with no problem. So, yeah, they jump on top with a break right off the bat to go up 1-0. A couple other matches have gotten started as well. Daksh Patel at 2 singles is up 1-0 against Jack Anderson, and then at 1 singles, Oliver Seifert for Park Tudor won the first game against Tyler Lane, so he's up 1-0. Now Strain will probably start serving. He's got a big first serve. We'll see if he gets that thing in. It's very difficult to return, especially in doubles. You can get a lot of easy points off of that.
Great serve, great return. Freiberg with the return.
Yeah, Max just hit that one long. It always looks really inviting there. And that one Max didn't get on top of it quite enough, and it sailed long.
Second serve. Love 15. Double fault. Love 30.
2 doubles team of Connor Smith and Carson Bush are up 1-0 as well, so they won the first game at 2 doubles over Davis and Held for Park Tudor. Really nice wide serve there by Strain that took Freiberg way out on the court and to his backhand, and he couldn't get it back in on the return.
15-30. Williams puts it away at the net for the winner. 30-30.
Yeah, it was perfectly placed there by Max. Good first serve by Bennett. Max got a ball at the net, and this time instead of, he played that one perfectly. Angle was perfect, and he got it in the back corner there for the winner.
Strain and Williams have battled back after dropping the first 2 points here in the second game. Now tied 30-30. Second serve for the senior, Bennett Strain.
Right, keep going, come on.
His second double fault. (30-40). Rothbaum to return. That one's wide.
That's a really good, a very good return by Rothbaum, and then Bennett did a good job of that slice backhand return that just kind of died, and then Freiberg couldn't get under it enough to get it over the net. So back to deuce.
Second serve. Michael Freiberg, sophomore, returning.
Lead on that one. Another second serve for Bennett.
Long. Advantage. CG, Strain and Williams.
Out, come on. Yeah, come on.
Return goes long.
Yeah, big first serve again by Bennett Strain, and a good job in that one of coming back and getting that game and going up 2-0 now.
Again in game two there, Strain and Williams dropped the first 2 points, got it to 30-30, trailed 30-40, and then got the next couple of points to close it out, taking a 2-0 lead. Freiberg, sophomore now, serving for Park Tudor. Williams has been very strong at the net here early.
Name of the game, getting both guys to the net. Usually the person the team that gets both guys to the net first is the one that wins the points. I think it's somewhere around 70 to 75% of the time. So a good job at the net by both Max and then Bennett to put that one away.
15-15, second serve for Freiberg. He's got a big left-handed serve.
Yes, he does.
And I believe that was long, so that's going to be a double fault. Makes it 15-30.
Oh, that's a beautiful serve. Ace right there by Freiberg.
Very powerful, Rick, but also great placement. 30-30.
Yeah, if he's able to get that to the backhand of over on the ad court, that's a very difficult. Even if Strain's able to get that back, it's probably a pretty easy put away at the net.
That one's wide. Second serve. Into the net, 30-40.
Yeah, got a break there. Rothbaum had a pretty easy put away there and just ticked the top of the net and came back down. So, yeah, a break point here for Center Grove to go up 3-0.
Hey, good, Carson, come on. Go, Tyler, come on. Go.
Second serve.
Get up, CG.
That one sails wide by Strain. We're at deuce.
Actually, Park Tudor won that. I think that one was an ace that we thought was a little bit long on the second serve. So Park Tudor wins that game and cuts the lead to 2-1. So on the changeover, 2-1 Center Grove here at 1 doubles.
Today is opening day here for the Center Grove Trojans at the CG Tennis Center, hosting Park Tudor. You're watching court number 3, the doubles 1 match. Center Grove in front, 2-1 in the opening sets. Hot, steamy day here at the Tennis Center. Temperatures high 70s, but with that humidity, it's more like in the mid 80s. But Rick, this is what you expect this time of the year.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Really warm, and tennis is in high school such a quick season. You know, your first match is mid-August, and for the most part, you're done by the beginning of October. So really, you don't have much more than 6 or 7 weeks to the season, and the first 4 or 5 are usually in pretty hot conditions before things cool off a little bit. So, yep, these guys have played all summer. They should be used to it.
On the other hand, us, not so much.
Yeah, exactly. The 50-plus announcers that's sweating profusely, not so much.
Rick, your assessment of Strain and Williams again playing doubles for the first time at the varsity level. I felt like Williams played well at the net, and Strain, of course, he's just a phenomenal athlete.
Yeah, absolutely, and they've gotten off to a good start here. This team of Rothbaum and Freiburg are a very good doubles team. They played together most of the season last year, advanced in the individual doubles when their team lost. So they had a pretty good season last year. It's a pretty strong team. So a good start so far, and we'll see if Center Grove can keep it up. Pretty evenly matched throughout here, Kevin, as we look across these other matches. Tyler Lane at 1 singles is up 2-1 over Oliver Seifert. Daksh Patel at 2 singles is down 2-1 to Jack Anderson of Park Tudor. Our match here, Center Grove up 2-1. And then at 2 doubles, Connor Smith and Carson Bush are up 2-1 over Davis and Held. So 4 2-1 matches here on the front deck, and then we'll try to get some updates over there on court 5 from Jeff Davis at 3 singles going against Rohan Shah.
30-15. Williams serving.
Yeah, Bennett got the shot he wanted right there, but a little bit too aggressive with it, and it sailed long. So 30 all, I believe, in this game, Kevin.
That is correct, 30-30. Second serve here for Max Williams. Michael Freiberg, sophomore, returning.
It's a strong return, absolutely.
Strong return with that left-handed forehand.
Hit it deep. That's what you got to do, hit it deep. And Max wasn't able to get that one back. So a break point here for Park Tudor.
30-40.
Go. Reset, Carson.
40.
Good, Tyler.
Great job by Bennett Strain at the net, putting that one away to make it deuce.
Yeah, he definitely is poaching across that middle, and he got another shot there like he did 2 points ago, and that one he put away easily right at the feet of Freiberg, which is what you're supposed to do, and gets this one back even at deuce.
First serve just wide by Max.
Man, another really nice return on a second serve there by Freiberg.
Advantage, Park Tudor. To our left, you can hear Ivan Smith, head coach for the Trojans. 40-plus years head coach for CG.
40-plus years, 750-plus wins.
Come on! Big serve, baby.
Goes back to deuce. Couple of state titles.
Yeah, and he knows this year he's got a little bit of a. I mean, he's mentioned it in the preview in the county paper that he's going to have to do a lot more teaching this year with 3 freshmen in the starting lineup, and like I said, only 1 returning starter from last year in Bennett Strain. So he's going to have to do a lot of teaching this year as compared to last year when it was a very experienced senior-laden roster there and lineup. So. He knows that. He knows it's probably going to take some lumps early. You know, the bad part is there's no real break in the schedule for Center Grove. Never is, and that's not how he wants to play it. So he'll have 10 to 15 of their 20 matches will be against top 10, top 15 teams. So you know what? His whole goal is to get them prepared. Get him prepared for the postseason, and that's what he'll use this season for, the regular season for.
Advantage, Park Tudor. Second serve here for Williams.
Nice shot by Bennett. Did a good job of adjusting with the ball ticking the top of the net. And then he was able to hit the winner down the line. So back to deuce here at 1 doubles with Max Williams serving. I mean, it's been a very evenly matched match so far at 1 doubles here with Rothbaum and Freiberg against Strain and Williams. I think 3 out of the 4 games so far have went to deuce.
Double fault by Williams. Advantage, Park Tudor. Park Tudor trying to get this opening set tied at 2-2.
Another break point for them.
Two-handed backhand by Rothbaum. Sails wide, back to deuce. You're right, so far these games early on, very competitive.
Yeah, last year Center Grove won 5-0 pretty easily up at Park Tudor. But I think Park Tudor has 5 of their 7 guys back from last year that played in that match, varsity guys. So a lot different this year experience-wise. And Center Grove's just trying to battle here and doing a good job so far. Well, at least the 4 matches here are very close.
Advantage, Strain and Williams. Strain with a great volley at the net. Trojans get it. 3-1 CG.
Very active at the net is Bennett. There, it's just kind of the name of his game. So I wonder if Park Tudor will start trying to hit behind him a little bit to keep him from poaching like he likes to. It's a good shot. 2 good shots by Rothbaum deep. And then Max couldn't quite get it over the net there.
Second time round, Rothbaum serving. Double fault there. That one's long. Second serve. And that one's also long.
Yeah, both of them hit the net and just went long.
I do believe it's 15-30. Miss hit by Strain. When you miss hit, you always look at your racket.
Yeah, it's the racket's fault. Never the kid's fault.
Something's defective with the racket.
Easy one there for Bennett that just hitting the top of the net.
Out.
And that one goes long. So Rothbaum holds serve to make it now a 3-2 opening set score. Center Grove leading Park Tudor. This is the opener for the Center Grove Trojans here in 2021. Hot, steamy day here at the Center Grove Tennis Center. Park Tudor, the opponent today. Park Tudor already 1-0 on the young season, beating Guerin Catholic in their opener, 4-1. They won at singles 2 and 3 and doubles 1 and 2 against Guerin Catholic. Rick, you said last year CG defeated Park Tudor at Park Tudor, but a different team this year for CG. A lot of players graduating and very young team this year for Coach Smith.
Yeah, it is. It's a team last year that were in the state quarterfinals and lost a heartbreaking match 3-2 to Munster, who ended up being the state finalist. So that team finished 4th in the state last year. Very, very well could have been the team that was in the state championship game. And we talked about the COVID issues during the postseason last year, and you had 2 kids that just came back for that state match that hadn't played for a few weeks. So a really, really talented team and experienced team last year. But you know what? Those guys graduate just like in college, and you flip the page to the next group, and he's got a very talented group of freshmen. He's got 3 in the starting lineup, including number 1 singles Tyler Lane, number 2 singles Daksh Patel, and then Carson Bush at 2 doubles. So he's going to reap the benefits of this in a couple years, and you just hope that these kids can continue to get better, continue to learn, and make a run of their own come postseason time. But doing a really good job so far. Some very close matches. You got Center Grove up 3-2 at 1 singles. Park Tudor up 3-2 at 2 singles. Center Grove up 3-2 at 1 doubles. And then Center Grove up 2-1 at 2 doubles. And then we'll try to get an update from 3 singles down there. Can't quite see the score.
Here on court 3, senior Bennett Strain serving. Double faults to begin the 6th game. Strain did hold serve. in the second game.
Yep.
Great net play there by the Park Tudor Panthers. Left 30.
Go, Harry. Yeah, Harry.
Really good serve there by Bennett. Got into the body of Freiberg. Freiberg tried to run around the forehand and couldn't quite get enough on it and got jammed. Didn't get over the net. So a big first serve there by Bennett as he tries to recover from those first 2 points that Park Tudor won.
15-30. Second serve for Bennett Strain. Again, one of two seniors this year for the Center Grove Trojans. He lets that one go wide. Good decision, 30-30.
That was a good decision. That's a ball that you can tell a kid that's played doubles for a few years that they understand and know balls that are going to be sail long, balls that are going to sail wide, and Strain made a good decision on that one to see that one go wide and even this game back up 30-all.
And Rick, right to the right of us tonight, we have Nicole Delp, Center Grove High School varsity cheer coach with her cheer team here tonight, supporting the Center Grove boys tennis team. I think that's just absolutely awesome.
I'm a little bit miffed at Nicole, though, because, my boys played tennis for the last 6 years out here, and I never saw her or any of her cheerleaders. So, but no, you're right, Kevin. This is one of those sports, and there's a few of them that are, everybody's going to be there to cheer on the football and the basketball teams, but a lot of times your tennis, your golf, your soccer, some of those sports don't get the recognition or the accolades that the other ones, the bigger ones, do. So it's awesome that she's got her team out here and supporting the team, and I'm sure these guys appreciate that. Park Tudor did get the break there on Strain's serve, so now they even the match 3-3. And Freiberg with the big first serve there that Williams couldn't return.
So a strong start for CG here on court 3 in the number 2 doubles match, winning the first 2 games and then third game going to Park Tudor. CG then made it 3-1, and since then 2 straight games for Park Tudor to now tie it at 3-3. Once again, another big serve. And a big forehand as well for the winner.
Yeah, Freiberg, that was all him right there. A really good serve. Pretty good return by Bennett, but not very deep. And then Freiberg got behind that big lefty forehand that he had and ripped one. Strain couldn't get back. So Park Tudor's got a little bit of momentum here at 1 doubles.
Freiberg going wide on his first serve. 30 left. This one's in the net, double fault. 30-15. Rick and I tonight, we have the pop-up tent. I think we'll have to move it a little bit your way. Sun keeps moving in on us.
And work on my deep, dark, savage tan over here, Kevin.
I'll work on my sunburn.
There's that, too.
Another big serve makes it now 40-15.
Yeah, Center Grove's really having a hard time with that, especially when Freiberg gets that first serve over, getting that back, and he's doing a really good job of getting it to the backhand of those guys and makes it difficult to return.
Freiberg Rothbaum trying to take the lead for the first time here in this opening set. Williams returns it high. And Rothbaum puts it away, and they take their first lead, 3-4.
Yeah, really good, impressive 2 games for that team. Center Grove's got to recover now or regroup after losing 3 straight.
So Freiberg has won his serve twice. Strain split, and now Williams will be serving here. He won his first serve. And Rothbaum has lost his serve twice. So, again, it's now 4-3. Freiberg and Rothbaum leading Strain and Williams here on court number 3 in the number 1 doubles match. Rick, you want to do a quick recap? Can you see some of the other scores around the other courts?
Yeah, good, very impressive start at one singles by freshman Tyler Lane. He's up 5-2 over sophomore Oliver Seifert for Park Tudor. So a really impressive start so far for Tyler in his first varsity match. Two singles, another kid making his first varsity start for Center Grove, Daksh Patel. He's down 3-2 to Jack Anderson, a junior from Park Tudor. At one doubles, we've told you the results of that so far, 4-3 Park Tudor as they make the changeover. And then at two doubles, they're getting ready to change over again, and we'll get an update there. But the team of Park Tudor freshman Charlie Held and senior Harrison Davis battling against Center Grove's other second senior, Connor Smith, and then a freshman, Carson Bush. And they're getting ready to change over, so we'll get a score update on that one. The last update we had, Center Grove was up 2-1, but they've played two more games. So we'll get that updated and pass on that score. And then down at three singles, we're still trying to get an update there. And it's hard to see the score there between junior Jeff Davis for Center Grove and sophomore Rohan Shah for Park Tudor.
Williams serving now for the Trojans. CG gets the first point for 15-love. CG trailing 3-4 here in the number 2 doubles match.
Number 1 doubles.
That is correct. Number 1 doubles match. 15-15. All of a sudden, a nice cool breeze.
Yeah, you moved our tent a little bit, Kevin.
Hey, I'm here to please. Anything I can do to keep that sun off of us and our equipment. A lot of umbrellas being used today by the fans. That one will go long.
Yeah, Center Grove had a couple chances there to put it away, and credit Freiberg. He was able to get those returns back, and then Center Grove hit one long. So 15-30 now with Max serving. So Park Tudor's taking the lead at two doubles, 3-2 now on the changeover.
Williams held serve earlier in this set, game 4. That one goes wide, but did they call the serve out?
Yeah, it was long.
Do believe it's now 15-40.
Updated one singles. Tyler Lane did win the first set there, 6-2 over sophomore Oliver Seifert. So a really impressive first set for Tyler. Hopefully he can keep it up there at one singles. Man, that's a pretty shot there.
I'm sitting right on the line, and that just painted the line.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's he's kind of on his back foot there and just rips that left-handed forehand straight down the line. And like you said, it just ticked that line. A good call by Strain and a very impressive shot by Michael Freiberg.
So it makes it now a 5-3 lead for Park Tudor. Williams goes wide on his return. And Rick, I've been very impressed with Michael Freiberg, the sophomore for Park Tudor. They got the big serve, and he's also got that big left hand, that big forehand.
Yeah, he's been very impressive. And they've kind of hit their groove after being down early. They were down 3-1, and they've won 4 in a row here. So Strain and Williams got to try to do something to stem the tide here and get the momentum changed a little bit. Looks like at two singles, Daksh is now up 4-3. So impressive performance by Daksh so far as well in his first varsity match.
Tremendous return by Max Williams. Kept it low.
Yeah, and he hit behind. Freiberg was kind of cheating towards the middle, and he hit it behind him and impressive point there by Max. Another impressive shot there, Max at the net.
Back-to-back winners by Max Williams.
Just something to just get a little bit of momentum. Try to get this match back 5-4 and stay in the set.
Rick, last year, Max, as you mentioned at the top of our broadcast, he got a taste of the varsity a little bit last year in the state tournaments because of the pandemic and quarantine issues for CG, and now he's getting that opportunity this year.
Yeah, he did get Jermel Patel at one singles there. Got quarantined the night before sectional started, so Max got shoved into there in the one single spot. And battled. He did a good job of battling, but faced two really good players in the sectional with Ethan Gray and Quentin Gillespie. Couldn't beat those guys. And then in the regional, he also had a couple good guys from Perry Meridian and Shelbyville. He was able to win one of those matches. But yeah, you're right. He got thrown into the fire quickly there in the postseason. So playing doubles this year, his dad said he enjoys playing doubles and seeing if this lineup with Strain and Max, see how they do here at one doubles. I think those two, and also Bush and Smith at two doubles, I think they're very similar in skill level and interchangeable. So I'm sure in the first few matches here during the season, Ivan might mix these guys around and try to figure out who is the best combination together. Rothbaum did a good job of serving out those last 2 points, so they do win the first set. Park Tudor, Rothbaum, and Freiburg 6-3.
Started off slow, but they finished strong. They won the last 5 games to take the opening set 6-3. Again for CG, Strain and Williams started off great. They got up 2-0, had it at 3-1, and then 5 straight games here for the Panthers, taking this opening set 6-3.
Come on, Oliver.
Yeah, a few errors on their serves, and then like we talked about, Freiburg's serve has been fantastic, and Park Tudor got on a little bit of a roll, and Center Grove couldn't. A lot of times when you give up 2 or 3 games in a row, you just got to win one game, and then you get the momentum shifted back, and they couldn't do that. And credit to Rothbaum the senior and Freiburg the sophomore that played together a lot last year, with just maintaining that momentum and picking up that first set 6-3.
Strain will serve to begin the second set. Returned by Freiburg, gets away from him.
Good first serve there by Bennett.
With so many new faces for CG, it might take a few matches before Coach Ivan Smith gets this all sorted out as far as the lineup.
Well, and the unfortunate thing, Kevin, is you don't get a lot of time to play against maybe some not as good teams. You jump in the fire after tonight, then they play 3 matches here at home on Saturday. Brownsburg should be a top 5, top 10 team this year. That's one of the matches. And then you turn around next Tuesday and play, what a shot there by Bennett Strain down the line. Next Tuesday, I believe, you go play North Central, who finished 3rd in the state last year. So, it doesn't stop, and you just got to continue to work and get better each and every match. Because what matters is how you're playing come sectional time, not how you're playing right now, August the 18th or 19th. Good shot there at the net. Good serve by Bennett. Max got one up at the net pretty easy and hit it exactly where you're supposed to, right at the person's feet.
You're right, the Trojans next Tuesday will be at North Central. And then head to the Jasper Invitational next Friday and Saturday. Schedule says the following Tuesday at Lawrence North. From my understanding and talking to Coach Beasley, that has now been changed to a home match on August 31st. LN here at CG.
Yeah, on that, you mentioned Jasper. If I was looking at two teams that this year the best in the state, I would pick obviously Carmel. Carmel returns, I think, 5 out of their top 7, including all 3 of their singles players from their state championship last year. And then the other team that I would probably point to is Jasper. I think they return all 3 of their singles players, plus I think 2 of their 4 doubles players. And Coach Yarbrough with Jasper always figures out a way to have a really good doubles team. So when you combine that, they're typically very good doubles teams that they have with 3 experienced, strong singles players. I think Jasper's going to be a really tough team, and Center Grove will face them twice, once down there and then once up here the last weekend of the regular season.
Nice volley by Williams to get the point. Advantage, Strain and Williams. Opening game of the second set. Second serve here for Bennett Strain.
Yeah, that one kind of hung up there, and Freiburg did a good job of just putting that one away. Does looks like
goes back to deuce.
I do see it 2 singles there. Daksh Patel, a freshman, won 6-3 the first set as well. So a good start there by Center Grove as well. So 2 freshmen right now leading them out of the gate at 1 singles and 2 singles. Tyler Lane and Daksh Patel. And at 2 doubles, it's went the opposite way. Park Tudor now leads 5-2 in that first set. Held and Davis over Smith and Bush.
Big serve by Strain. Back to deuce.
We did get an update out over at 3 singles. Jeff Davis is up 5-4 in the first set against Rohan Shah. So that's an important first set to try to get, especially with Park Tudor winning both of these doubles matches so far, if Center Grove is able to hang on in 1 and 2 singles.
Advantage Park Tudor. Opening game going to Park Tudor.
Yeah, that was an impressive shot by Rothbaum. A good one there that Max was able to get back, but then Rothbaum ripped one down the alley for the winner.
Freiburg will serve, and he's won both of his serves so far. And again, it's 1-0 here in the second set in favor of Park Tudor.
Yeah, and just watching Freiburg, I believe last year in the first match of the year when we played them, he played 2 singles against my son Luke and struggled a lot with his serve. But obviously that's improved dramatically. I think Luke beat him 6-1, 6-1 last year. But then I think after the first couple matches, they moved him to doubles with Rothbaum, and then he had a pretty good year after that. But, I mean, his serve and his game is kind of very good for doubles as far as that left-handed serve. And also his net game has been very good as well so far this year. So obviously he's improved tremendously in the last year.
Coach Ivan Smith here on the changeover, having a few words with Williams and Strain. Again, they started off great in that first set. They were up 3-1 and then Park Tudor won 5 in a row to take that opening set 6-3 and make that now 6 in a row. They get the opening game here in set number 2.
Good start at 1 singles in the second set. Tyler Lane up 3-0 after winning that first set 6-2. Important point to win there, as well as 2 singles and a real close match down there at 3 singles. Last report, Center Grove was up 5-4 in the first set. Jeff Davis. And before somebody actually looks, and if we have any relatives of Jeff there that's playing at 3 singles or looks at Center Grove's roster, his given name is Evan Davis, but he got the nickname when he was in 6th grade from one of my sons, who just started calling him Jeff, and that's what everybody calls him now, I think, except his parents when they come watch him play. So it's Evan Davis, but everybody calls him Jeff. So Jeff's playing at 3 singles there and up 5-4 in the first set. Nice return there by Max. Park Tudor in a little bit of the I formation there on doubles, which leaves the alleys wide open, but and Max did exactly what you're supposed to, is just hit it in one of those alleys, and that's exactly what happened, and it worked to perfection.
First serve is long. And a double fault. He's pretty aggressive with that second serve, Freiberg is.
Yeah, he absolutely is. You're right.
Great
Kevin.
confidence in that serve.
Go, Jeffrey! Let's go!
Again, Center Grove doing well so far on the singles courts, 1, 2, and 3. And it's Park Tudor winning on the doubles court so far at 1 and 2. Second serve here for Freiberg. Rick, I do believe it's 30-30.
And now Center Grove's got a break point. Double fault there by Freiberg.
Again, being very aggressive with that second serve.
Does look like it, 2 doubles. Park Tudor team of Harrison Davis and Charlie Held wins the first set 6-3 over Connor Smith and Carson Bush. So Center Grove has won first set in 2 matches. Park Tudor's won the first set in 2 matches, and then we got a really close match over there at 3 singles. Center Grove leads 5-4 in the first set.
So it's 1-1 here in the second set. Williams serving.
Finally broke that momentum a little bit by breaking Freiberg, and now we'll see if Center Grove can build on it. A good point there. Good volley winner by Freiberg.
15-15.
Wow.
Wow.
Better be lucky than good, Kevin. Okay, so this brings up, so last night I'm watching, or 2 nights ago, went and watched the Center Grove volleyball team. You know how now when you serve in volleyball, if it ticks the net and goes over, it's okay. They play that. And I'm watching a volleyball match, and a couple times that happened and it ended up being an ace because, you know, a ball just dropped. I never saw the volleyball players, you know, holding up their hand and saying, "Hey, I'm sorry." But in tennis, when you hit a shot like that, you're supposed to say "my bad." And I was just watching that the other night, going, "Hey, you know, volleyball players don't do it. Why do tennis players have to say, 'Hey, sorry about that,' that I got the benefit of the net?" But yeah, he got the benefit right there.
Now one goes long, so it's 30-40.
Okay, no, start from love, and then agree on each point, and then go from there. Start over.
First one.
Love. You look cool. Yeah, I guess so. You want to
Wow. Strain made an unbelievably athletic play on the one, and then Rothbaum just ripped one down the alley past him. And Park Tudor breaks right back, so they're up 2-1 in the second set here.
Whatever, I'll just play 30 left.
Opening day for the Center Grove Trojans. Steamy day here at the CG Tennis Center. Here on court 3, the number 1 doubles match. Park Tudor taking the first set 6-3. Leads at 2-1 here in the second set. Park Tudor playing very, very strong. Coach Smith going to take this opportunity again to talk to Strain and Williams on the changeover. Rick, they've looked good at times, but just got to get more consistent.
Yeah, and I mean, he's going to do a lot of teaching this year, like you've said. So it's just like you said, stringing the points together. And I mean, one doubles is very difficult when you're playing against a team that's experienced and play well together. It's hard to consistently string together 4 or 5 good points because the guys on the other side are pretty good as well. And right now, I mean, Freiburg and Rothbaum are just outplaying them.
Rothbaum will serve. He lost his first 2 service games in that opening set, but he
Really nice first serve there.
won the 9th game to close it out in that opening set. Good serve there, 15-love.
It's looking right now that things might come down to that 3 singles match down there, Kevin.
Winner by Freiburg at the net. 30 left.
We need that sun to go down a little bit more, Kevin. That might help the old temperatures. I took my walk this morning at about 7 o'clock. There's a reason why I took it at 7, not at 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
I hear you.
Looks like Patel at 2 singles is up now 2-1 in that second set after winning the first set 6-3. Wow, really nice volley there at the net by Freiburg. Kind of got in between forehand, backhand, and he was able to get the ball back and put a little bit of spin on it, and Strain couldn't get it back. That's a really nice shot by Max. Ripped it down the alley there for the winner.
Well done by Williams. Second serve here for Rothbaum. Strain returning. Some indecision there by Strain. It looked like at first he wanted to
on that ball.
put a lot of pace, but you're right, it bounced up quite a bit.
Yeah, it got higher and up into his body than he thought it was going to be. A good second serve there by Rothbaum, and they win that game. So they're up 3-1 now, looking to try to take a commanding lead here in this match.
Strain now serving, 15 love. Trailing 3-1 here in the second set after dropping that first set 6-3.
Lane now up 4-1 in the second set, so he's hoping to close things out and get the first point for Center Grove there at 1 singles.
Second serve. Pivotal game here for CG, down 3-1 here in the second set.
That's a good shot by Bennett. Freiberg got caught in no man's land there. He didn't get quite in as fast as he wanted to, and Bennett hit it right back at his feet and Freiberg couldn't return it. But you're right, Kevin. This is an important one. You lose this, you're down 4-1. The match is probably over. You win it, you're kind of back in at 3-2, and then you just need a break.
30 love. Kind of pushed that one.
Yeah.
30-15.
That's one that you want to hit it as you're coming in, but if you don't have a good angle, it's almost better to just let that one drop and then try to do something with it. Instead of, if you don't get your feet set, then you're going to hit that one long most of the time, and that's what happened right there with Strain. Nice first serve by Bennett.
$40-15.
40-30, I think.
40-30, yeah.
Ball sail's just long, so Center Grove is able to win that. Able to win that game to make it 3-2 now.
Freiberg will serve once this changeover is concluded. Great match going on here on court number 2, the number 2 singles. Patel for CG, playing Anderson, who's a junior.
Dox just continues to try to get the ball back, and so far that's been a successful strategy. Does a good job of making his opponent move side to side. He's another one that's going to be get physically stronger over the next his high school career, just like Tyler, and he'll just continue to get better.
So again, Park Tudor continues to excel here in the doubles portion. Court 3 and 4, 1 and 2 doubles.
And they still haven't changed over down there at 3 singles to see if Davis was able to win that first set or if it's now even at 5-5.
Freiberg serving here in set number 2. Trojans take the first point. Miss hit by Strain.
Really nice serve. Got into Strain's body. Once again, that big lefty serve by Freiberg. Tough to handle, especially when he gets in that first serve.
Makes it 15-15. First serve, I do believe they called a let.
Let's go.
Goes out wide with the serve for the ace.
That's the thing too. When he starts hitting to your backhand, you're kind of cheating that way, and then he just rips one down the forehand like what he did against Max right there, and there's nothing you can do about it. Ace.
His second one today.
Really serving with confidence.
Goes
Another
down the
one there.
line, down the middle. Gets the service winner, 40-15.
Go, dog.
Out.
Second serve by Freiberg. Second serve, and that was called let.
Be here, Max. Let's go.
We're playing two.
Job by Bennett there at the net. Little life from two doubles there, Kevin. Now up 3-0, Connor Smith and Carson Bush after losing that first set 6-3. Now up 3-0 in the second set.
Throwing the old water jug over the fence. I'm just glad they didn't knock off our camera.
Never, not a good day to run out of water or Gatorade or whatever your choice of beverage is.
40-30, I do believe, is the score. Second serve and a double fault. I do believe that'll go to deuce. Or is that it? I think it's going to deuce, yes. Last game was huge. I think this one might be even bigger for CG. Again, trying to get this tied here in the second set. Trying to get that momentum back. Williams and Strain had momentum early in that first set. Lost it. Lost that first set. And there's a big ace.
Yep.
It's his third one of the day. Freiberg, such a big serve. Only a sophomore. Very talented player.
That's a nice shot by Rothbaum.
Nice drop shot
Yep.
for the winner. Makes it 4-2 here in the second set. Second serve, Williams.
Does look like Tyler Lane has closed things out there at one singles. So really impressive performance in his first varsity match at one singles. Tyler Lane wins 6-2, 6-1 over Oliver Seifert for Park Tudor.
So the Trojans put their first point on the board. And again, you're right. Congratulations to the young man, Tyler Lane, freshman, first varsity match, playing one singles with the victory today.
Tyler's a super kid. I enjoy watching him play. He's a quiet kid and just goes about his business, and it'll be fun watching him over his 4 years. He's a hard worker. He's always out here playing, and a good performance there and a good win for him. Can't quite see what happened over there at three singles either, Kevin. Scorecards got turned a little bit, so we'll try to get an update down there.
Oh. 15-30. Williams' first serve is long. Return by Rothbaum is out, 30-30. That one also long. 40-30.
Just got to try to stay in it here. You win this game, move it back to 4-3, and then try to get a break.
And that one's wide, so Williams holds serve. 4-3. Park Tudor leads it here in the second set after taking the first set 6-3. And Rick, Strain, and Williams, they continue to battle.
Continue to try to fight here, and like I said, now you're still down a break, but now you got Rothbaum serving. You're trying to get a break against Simon, and then see if you can keep that momentum or get that momentum back.
Busy week here at Center Grove. Soccer teams in full action this week, and volleyball team playing tonight after winning 2 matches to begin the season.
2 5-setters so far.
Over 2 very good teams in Newcastle and Avon.
Yeah, I watched, like I said, went and watched on Tuesday night their match against Avon, and it was a back and forth kind of marathon match. But as I texted you, they're young, but very talented. I mean, they got a lot of young girls. There's 3 freshmen that are getting a lot of times, but they're led by their super senior Eganoff, who's going to Ball State next year. She's fantastic as an outside hitter, and they were able to get it done in the 5th set against Avon. But like you said, first road match tonight at Martinsville.
Girls golf team, they started back early August. They have the county tournament coming up next week. They're about 5 weeks away from the sectional.
That's crazy. I know they're always the ones that start, and for the most part, they might play one kind of dual or triple match during the week, but then it's all on Saturdays playing in the big tournaments. And obviously, with the success that both the boys and girls golf teams have had, they get their schedules set up to where they're playing at each of the courses that they're going to face, sectional, regional, in state. Last week's was at the state preview up there at Prairie View, which is where they'll hopefully, if they make it to state, play. So it goes quickly for golf. Like I said, tennis does.
That one goes long. Boys and girls cross country began last Saturday. How about the boys?
Yeah, very impressive performance.
First place, beating Carmel.
Anytime that you can beat Carmel, who's usually one of the favorites in cross country, that's an impressive performance coming out. So hopefully those guys can keep it up and maintain that. And how about Parker Mimbula? Great performance. I think he finished 3rd, right, Kevin, in that opening?
Yes, Parker
meet.
took 3rd in that meet, and CG had 5 in the top 21. And again, champs. And the girls cross country team finished 6th. And the football team, Coach Moore and the Trojans, they begin the season tomorrow night. Conference game at Warren Central. Kickoff at 7 o'clock.
Any expectations for that team this year, Kevin? Or
Just a few.
probably be pretty mediocre?
Hopefully the first team to go back-to-back with 6A state titles. Nobody's won back-to-back state titles in Class 6A.
On paper, they look to be the favorite, and a lot of guys back and a lot of high-level guys, obviously led on defense by big Caden Curry, and then on offense by Taven Jackson, who's going to Tennessee. So, really looking forward to watching those guys get going tomorrow night up at Warren Central and see if they can have another very successful season like they did last year, which culminated in the state championship.
So Strain and Williams break Rothbaum.
4-4.
So now it's 4-4, and things are getting very interesting here on court 3 in this number 1 doubles match. Double fault by Strain.
Yeah, this is a huge game as well. You after you fought and got it back even, you're trying to take the lead and not give it right back to them, especially with Freiburg serving, would then be serving for the match. So a very important game for Bennett Strain, the senior, in this 1 doubles team to get.
He's won 2 games on his serve, and he's lost 2 here tonight. So trying to give his squad here a advantage here in the second set. Again, we're tied 4-4. Second set, second serve.
And it looks like it 2 singles here. Jack Anderson won both of those games on that side, so he's up 4-3 over Daksh Patel after Daksh won the first set 6-3. So a couple of these matches have gotten tighter, Kevin. Once again, Center Grove does have 1 point on the board. At 1 singles, Tyler Lane, 6-2, 6-1, victorious.
Tried to dig that one out of the.
Yeah. It's a good return. Good return by Rothbaum. It's where you want to get it. And that's you trying to get in the net as soon as possible, but that's when you rip that return right at the server's feet, and Strain wasn't able to get it back.
I do believe it's 15-40.
Yeah, he's not getting much ball, and the ball's not, his toss is not very high right now, and he just double faulted. And a break back by Park Tudor, so now they'll be serving for the match as they're up 5-4.
Season opener for the Center Grove Trojans, hosting Park Tudor tonight. Park Tudor 1-0 on the young season already, a win against Guerin Catholic. You're watching the #1 doubles match featuring Bennett Strain Sr. and Max Williams Sophomore for the Trojans, Michael Freiberg Sophomore, and Simon Rothbaum Sr. for Park Tudor. Opening set 6-3, Freiberg Rothbaum took it, and now lead at 5-4 and a chance to close it out here in set number 2. Kevin Conrad, Rick Embry with you today. Great to be back, Rick. Last year, this time, all we could talk about was the pandemic.
Yep.
Are we going to get the season in? Things of that nature. And unfortunately, we're starting to talk about it a little bit again at the moment. But I sure hope we can continue down the safe path and let these young student athletes get their seasons in this year.
You're exactly right. Last year, worried a lot about quarantine and everything else, and you're right. There is some not the best news over the last month or so of things flaring back up. But hopefully, like you said, these guys can keep playing and not have their seasons affected like they were last year.
Freiberg serving. That big serve set up the overhead win by Rothbaum.
Really
two great
job.
overheads
Yep.
by Strain.
And not overheads right at the net. Overheads at the service line while he's going backwards. So I thought the one might be sailing long, but if there's ever a doubt, you got to go ahead and hit it, and that's what Bennett did. Point there for Center Grove.
15-15. Once again, takes Williams out wide with that serve. 30-15. 40-15. Strain went wide with that one.
2 match points here at 1 doubles for Park Tudor.
So, Rick, if we adjust the camera, do we go to court 2 or court 4?
It's 4-4 now at 2 singles, second set. I can't see what the score is there at 2 doubles.
Second serve here for Freiburg. And they win the
That'll do
match. They win it 6-3, 6-4. Rick, just your assessment. Again, I felt like Rothbaum and Freiburg, very, very talented duo.
Yeah, it was impressive performance by them. Obviously, got a lot of experience playing together last year and did a really good job of working well together. I mean, Bennett and Max had their moments. They did a, like you said, they were up 3-1 in that first set, and then Park Tudor started playing a lot better and won the last 5 games of that set. And then, they made it a little bit of a battle here in the second set after being down 4-2 and got it back even at 4-4. But like I said, that break on Strain's serve was huge. If Center Grove gets that, then you can stay in this match. But when it got back on Freiburg's serve, it was over pretty quickly. So, 6-3, 6-4. That's a good performance there by Center Grove, but a better performance by Park Tudor. You know what? I say go to 2 doubles, court 4, Kevin, and I'll try to get an update who they are in the second set over there at 3 singles there on court 5. But we'll see who was able to win that first set, because it might end up coming down to that unless 2 doubles makes a comeback here. Like I said, 2 singles, it's 4-4 with Patel serving. In the second set, after Docs won the first set 6-3. Well, I think Kevin's going to get up and move the camera over to 2 doubles there on court 4, which is Connor Smith, the other senior, and Carson Bush, a freshman for Center Grove, against Harrison Davis, senior, and Charlie Held, freshman for Park Tudor. Park Tudor did win that first set 6-3, and now we're seeing what the second set in the last report was. Center Grove was up 4-1 in that second set, so they're trying to win that set and extend it to a third set. So we'll keep updated on that one. We'll keep updated on at 2 singles there, where Patel won the first set 6-3, and it's 4-4 now in the second set against junior Jack Anderson for Park Tudor. And hopefully, as you'll start to see the camera move, Kevin's going to try to get that shifted over where we can see court 4, 2 doubles match. Once again, opening night for Center Grove Tennis, kicking off the 2021 season. Very young team, graduated 6 of 7 starters last year, the state quarterfinal team. The only returning varsity starter has been at Strain, who's now at 1 doubles. Only 2 seniors on the team for Center Grove as well. The other senior, Connor Smith, at 2 doubles. He's teaming up with Carson Bush, who's a freshman there. And now Kevin does have that changed, and we're going to see on the changeover what the score is now.
That was a really nice match.
I think they haven't changed the score yet over on the. Looks like nope, Center Grove won that set 6-1. So, yeah, they'll be going to a third set there on court 4, Kevin, at 2 doubles. So 6-1 victory in the second set for Bush and Smith. Held and Davis won 6-3 in the first set. So they'll go to a third set. More than likely, they'll play a full third set is what my guess would be. Usually play a full third set unless the match is already decided, and then they'll just play a 10-point third set tiebreak. Sometimes they do that if it's really hot or have multiple matches or something like that as well. But we'll see. And at 2 singles here, Daksh Patel is taking the lead now 5-4. So he's 1 game away from closing that match out and trying to get Center Grove's second point of the match. So, yeah, you're going to get a little bit of a lull down there now on court 4. They'll get probably 5 minutes. Exit the court, get more water, get Gatorade, whatever they need to do there before they play that third set down there on the 2 doubles court 4.
So we did our best to readjust the camera. It's
How's it look?
Not the best, but you can see it, court 4. But at the moment, you can see Park Tudor coach Andrea Calvert-Sanders speaking with her number 2 doubles team. Again, they're about ready to get underway here in this third and final set. So again, Center Grove wins on court 1 in the singles, number 1 singles match with Tyler Lane, freshman, 6'2", 6'1", over Oliver Seifert. The number 1 doubles team victorious, Michael Freiberg and Simon Rothbaum, defeating Bennett Strain and Max Williams. So team score right now, Rick, at 1-1. Number 2 singles. Again, Patel, he won that opening set 6-3, and he's up 5-4. Is this second set?
Yeah, second set, he's up 5-4. So he's trying to get a break here. Or actually, he's serving for the set. And then we're not sure who won the first set. I believe it was 7-6, one way or the other at 3 singles there between Davis and Shaw. But I don't know who won that first set. So second set is Davis is up 1-0 right now.
We're watching court 2. Again, Patel trying to close out his match against Anderson. Center Grove freshman Tyler Lane won his first varsity match, and Patel trying to win his debut match here today. He's also a freshman.
Long rally here. And then a winner by Anderson. Actually, Anderson is serving there, so he's up 30 love. Trying to even this match at 5-5. Now 30-15, Anderson serving. Once again, he's down 4-5 here in the second set. He's trying to stay in the match against Patel.
So again, the video shot you're seeing is court 4. That's the number 2 doubles match. It'll get underway in just a moment in that third and final set. Rick and I are keeping you up to date on what's happening with the number 2 singles match on court 2. And also on the far side, court 5, the number 3 singles match still being played as well.
I'm going to go see if I can get somebody to give us an update on court 5 over there, Kevin, before we get going here on the third set on court 4.
That's Jeff Davis, junior for CG, up against Rowan Shaw, sophomore for Park Tudor. Again, they're playing on court 5 in the number 3 singles match. So Rick's going to take a walk over there to see if he can get an update on that match. At the moment, Center Grove 1 point on the board, Park Tudor with 1 point on the board. Again, we continue to watch court number 2, the number 2 singles match between Patel and Shaw. Patel trying to close it out here in the second set. Another long rally. And Patel gets the winner at the net. Rick now rejoins us as, again, he walked over to court 5 to get an update on 3 singles. Again, that's Davis for CG going up against Shaw, Park Tudor.
And Davis for Center Grove did win the first set 7-6. I don't have the tiebreak score, but he did win that set 7-6 and up 1-0 in the second set. So Center Grove just needs to get 2 points from these other 3 matches that are going on. And Anderson did tie up this second set at 5-all now with Patel. He's trying to get his to go to a third set. As we start to see Smith and Bush get back in the camera here on court 4 as 2 doubles gets ready to get started here in the third set.
And Rick, here on court 4, we do see now Connor Smith and Carson Bush returning to the court, about ready to get things underway here in the third set.
Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure they'll play a full third set. I believe Davis is up 3-0 in the second set over there as well, so this will be a really big point here to get for Center Grove at 2 singles if Dox is able to pull this out. And it would just be one more point that Center Grove would need to win this match. So it looks like they're getting ready to get started here. What was your intel, Kevin? So for Center Grove, Bush is the one with the white hat on backwards, and then Connor Smith is the other one in for Park Tudor.
Harrison
Davis.
Is it Davis? Can't read my writing. Harrison Davis has the hat, and he will serve. And his teammate is Charlie Held.
So Davis is a senior, Held is a freshman. So same thing for Center Grove. Center Grove has Connor Smith, that's a senior, and he's playing with Carson Bush, who's a freshman.
Good.
15 love. Again, Davis and Held won that first set 6-3. Smith and Bush for CG bounced back to win the second set convincingly 6-1.
Patel did hold his serve, so he's now up 6-5. He's now up 6-5 in the second set after winning the first set. 15 all now with Davis serving. Great return by Connor Smith. Right two held at the front or at the net, and he couldn't quite get his racket out in front, and that one sailed long. Really impressive second set by Smith and Bush. After losing that first set 6-3, they won the second set convincingly 6-1.
15-30. That one's long, 30-30.
Really interesting serve there by the lefty Davis. He's putting a lot of slice on it, trying to get it into the net or into the fence there on the side of the court of court 4 when he's on the ad court serving. Nice shot by Smith.
Right down the alley for a winner, 30-40.
No, they got a break point. But yeah, you'll notice this if he does it again. Davis really trying to slice that serve into the fence. There it is again. Oh, called that one just long. That overhead by Smith went just long.
So it goes to deuce. Again, this is the opening game of the third set here on court 4, the number 2 doubles match. First serve is long.
Nice shot, nice volley there by the freshman Bush.
Advantage Smith and Bush. Goes back to deuce. And you're right, he does that slice serve and almost hits the fence, the side fence.
Taking advantage of it. Smart.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I've seen, when my son JT played on that court, some guys really try to hit that on the far side, hit, into the fence and made it sometimes pretty difficult. But yeah, from the left-handed side, I don't think I've seen that too much. I mean, he's really over-exaggerating, but he's getting it in. I mean, makes it very difficult to return it.
Second.
Nice point there by Smith. Went all the way back on the back line and hit the line, and he was able to get one deep that Davis hit in the net. So back to deuce.
Second serve here for Harrison Davis. Senior for Park Tudor.
Park Tudor's able to win that point, so now they got a game point. Anderson's really cramping at 2 singles here, Kevin. They had the trainer come out and check his calf, and he's really tightening up in his match against Patel. That's one thing that you will see on these hot early matches is
Harrison Davis goes right down the middle for the winner, and they close out that first game here in the third set. Back here on court 2, the number 2 singles match, Patel in front 6-5, and you're right, Anderson having some cramping issues here for Park Tudor.
Davis is being more vocal over there at 3 singles, which normally means good things for Center Grove. Like I said, he won that first set 7-6, and I believe that's a winner for. Yep, Daksh Patel is able to get a huge second point on the board for Center Grove at 2 singles. Great match, 6-3, 7-5 over Jack Anderson. So a very successful varsity debut by the 2 freshmen leading the lineup, Tyler Lane at 1 singles and Daksh Patel at 2 singles. So 2 big points on the board for Center Grove.
So it makes it 2 points for CG, 1 for Park Tudor. 2 matches yet to be decided. Again, our camera focused on court 4. This is the number 2 doubles match. We're in the third set. Harrison Davis and Charlie Held took the first set 6-3. Connor Smith for CG and Carson Bush bounced back to win that second set 6-1, and now down 1-love here in this third set.
And now you're just trying to get one of these 2 points, the one that we're watching in the third set, or the one at 3 singles that Jeff Davis won the first set 7-6 and was up 3-0 last time we checked. So
Rick, how about
keep that up? Yeah, sorry, Kevin.
Let's say, well, how about the debut for the 2 freshmen for the Trojans? Patel at 2 singles and Lane at 1 singles.
Yeah, very
both
impressive.
Victorious.
And yeah, the 2 points that are on the board right now come from the freshmen, and like Ivan said, they're young but they're talented. So really good job of keeping it together. Dox was down 4-3 in that second set and came back and won that 7-5. So just kept plugging away and yeah, he got a big win, 6-3, 7-5, and Tyler rolled at 1 single, 6-2, 6-1. Connor Smith serving now for Center Grove.
Connor Smith, one of 2 seniors for Coach Ivan Smith this year.
It does look like Davis is now up 5-love over there at 3 singles. So one more game there, and Center Grove will clinch this match, regardless of what happens on court 4 here in the 2 doubles third set.
I believe the score here on court 4 is 15-30. Connor Smith serving. Second serve.
That was a really good return there by Held.
CG back in action Saturday. Not 1, not 2, but 3 matches. And Rick, I've already looked at the weather. It's supposed to be, again, a scorcher, high 80s.
That's a brutal day, Kevin, and I've thought in the past that maybe they would change that and play one of those matches on Friday night and only 2 on Saturday, but continue to want to do that. And yeah, in the past I've seen the ambulance out here for cramps and kids in full body cramps and migraines and everything else. So you got to be in really good shape to survive those 3 matches. Like I said, the first one will be against Perry Meridian, who's much improved over last year. We beat them in the in the regional 4-1. And then Brownsburg should be really good. They finished last year, I think, 7th or 8th in the state and returned most of their guys from last year. So on paper, that's probably the toughest match. And then Terre Haute South, they're down a little bit this year, but usually has a pretty good team as well. So that'll be the third match, and hopefully we'll be over here to broadcast that one, Kevin, after we do some JV football in the morning.
Park Tudor now leads 2-love here in the third set. Returned by Smith is long. Held now serving.
Yeah, Held and Davis have definitely regrouped after that second set. They're off to a very strong start here in this third set. Up 2-love and serving to try to go up 3-love. So Center Grove really needs this last point to come from Jeff Davis over there at 3 singles.
Following the second set, they had that about 10-minute break, and I noticed Coach Andrea Calvert-Sanders for Park Tudor had them both out there in some ground strokes, and maybe it's paying off. So far it is. Davis with the winner at the net.
Trying to keep my eye down there, Kevin, on court 5 to see if Center Grove can get the clinching point there.
Put it here, and I'm going this way. 30 love. Hey! Oh. Step in, counter.
Double fault by the freshman Charlie Held. 30-15.
The sun finally went down, Kevin.
Tucked him in behind a cloud.
Put it right here. And I'm going this way.
I think that's the clincher over there. You might have heard Jeff Davis loud scream, but yep, that's the clincher. He gets it done over there after a hard-fought first set, 7-6. He wins the second set 6-love at 3 singles, so Center Grove gets that deciding third point.
So the Trojans victorious here in the season opener over a very good Park Tudor team. And again, the Trojans get it done with 1 singles, 2 singles, and 3 singles. And Rick, again, a couple of freshmen coming through big time today for Ivan Smith at 1 and 2 singles.
Tyler Lane at 1, the convincing 6-2, 6-1 win. And Daksh Patel at 2, 6-3, 7-5 win. And Park Tudor won that game, so they're up big in this third set, 3-love.
So, Rick, we'll wrap up our webcast for today. And you already mentioned we'll be back on Saturday, and weather allowing us to come back. Got to go home and get some fluids in us. But, boy, an impressive win today here for Coach Ivan Smith and a very young Center Grove team.
Yeah, very impressive. I mean, you got 6 new starters coming in, and 3 of those come up huge in the singles spots. Tyler Lane, Daksh Patel, and Jeff Davis at 3 singles. So, good hard-fought match at 1 doubles with Bennett Strain and Max Williams, and also at 2 doubles here with Connor Smith and Carson Bush going to the third set. But very impressive opening match for Center Grove. And like I said, Center Grove and other places, you don't what's the word I'm looking for? You reload. You don't
Rebuild.
Rebuild. Thank you, Kevin. Man, brain fart there. So you don't rebuild, you reload, and they're going to reload with a lot of young kids, probably take some lumps, but got a good win tonight, like you said, against a good Park Tudor team.
And Rick, before we head out, we just want to take a moment to thank you, a big thank you to Stacy and Gary Williams for being our presenting sponsor today for our tennis coverage.
Yeah, absolutely appreciate that. We're hopefully going to do as many tennis home matches as we can throughout the year. Like you said, we'll hopefully have the second one, weather permitting, on Saturday, and the schedule's a little loaded with some road matches, but we're hoping we can get to as many home ones as possible and be able to check out some different spots and different players. But yeah, definitely appreciate Stacy and Gary for that.
Thanks, Rick, for your work today and tolerating the heat, and we'll do it again on Saturday.
Sounds good. Thank you, Kevin.
Today's tennis coverage was produced by CG Sports Network. Again, our next Center Grove web streams will be coming up on Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning. The Center Grove JV football team will be hosting Warren Central, and then Rick and I will be back here at the CG Tennis Center Saturday afternoon when the Trojans host Terre Haute South. Until then, this is Kevin Conrad for Rick Embry saying so long, everyone, from the Center Grove Tennis Center.